This is a video on flute maintenance. We're going to be going through cleaning the inside of the flute, the outside of the flute, and general maintenance needed to keep your flute in working condition. So we're going to start with cleaning the inside. You never ever want to immerse your flute in water. It's going to ruin the pads and the inside of the flute. You always want to clean it with a dry cotton cloth using the cleaning rod that comes with your flute. You want to take the cloth, thread it through the needle of the cleaning rod like this, and then fold the cloth over the top of the rod. And then you want to take it and just push it through the base of the flute one way, pull it out, and then push it through the other way. This should clean the entire instrument, the entire body joint. The same thing goes for cleaning the foot joint. You just want to fold it over and then push it through each way. The head joint is a little bit harder to clean since it's harder to get it all the way up the head joint. So you want to push it as far as you can through. You should be able to see the cloth through the mouthpiece. And then you want to take it out and just take the cloth off. And then with your finger, you want to try and get as much of the condensation out of the inside of the mouthpiece as possible. If you leave too much condensation in there, it's going to build up and then erode the metal on the inside. So to clean the outside of the of the instrument, you want to take another clean cloth and you want to wipe down all of the instrument, making sure to remove all the fingerprints and all of the oils from your fingers. Because the oils on your fingers will take the silver off of the instrument, and it's going to end up looking like this. All the silver is going to be gone, it's become discolored and just pitted and pretty gross. So you want to make sure that you get all of the oil off. All of the fingerprints, all of the oil, and it should leave the silver nice and shiny. The rods, cleaning the rods is a different story. You have to clean in between the key joints and underneath the rods. And to do that, you want to get something sort of like this. It looks a little bit like a mascara wand, and then a paintbrush at the other end. You could actually use a cleaned mascara wand or a paintbrush that was clean, and you just want to work the spoolie end of the brush through all of the little areas and clean around all of the feet of the pedals and the joints. And then you can take the paintbrushy end and sort of clean in between all of the rods and underneath them, like this. So that's cleaning the outside of the flute. Now comes the general maintenance. So you want to make sure that all of the screws are tightened, but you don't want them too tight. So you want a small screwdriver, something sort of like this. This one's made for glasses. And this screw here, as you can see, it's kind of loose. So you just want to take the screwdriver, fit it in, and then screw it. But just until the screw stops. You don't want to tighten it too much or it's going to knock the rod out of alignment, and then your keys aren't going to seal right. So you want to be able you should check every week or so to make sure that all of your screws are tightened. And then while you're checking that, you should be checking on your keypads. Over time, the keypads can dry out or they can wear out, and they wind up looking sort of like this. a key that's in good shape is going to look something along the lines of this. So if they dry out, they're not going to seal right, you're going to get air leaks, and your instrument's not going to sound right. So you want to make sure that you check on those regularly, and if they are dried out, you need to take them somewhere like the Music and Arts to have them replaced. And the last thing is you want to make sure that you oil the head joint and the foot joint so that they go in smoothly, and it reduces the friction so you're less likely to damage your instrument. And a lot of people say that you can use chapstick to do this, and that's really not a good idea since chapsticks have abrasives in them, and that's going to scratch up the metal. So you want to get like a legitimate joint oil to use, and you don't have to do that too often, just every once in a while when the flute starts to stick. So that's how to properly care for and maintain your flute.